Samantha Cardoza. I am a senior here at USI and I am graduating in May, so next semester. And my major is psychology with a minor in Spanish. I was looking into therapy options. I have kind of taken a slightly different turn just recently into maybe like exploring more of the minor in Spanish and potentially like being a translator or even therapy within Hispanic communities. I don't know exactly what I want to do yet, but I really want to help people, whether that's being a translator or like psychologically helping people as well. I do want to take like a year off before going to a graduate program. And during that time I was thinking about going and living in Mexico with my family and like really like working on my Spanish and be like really working on my fluency. So my Latin heritage comes from my father. He was born in Mexico, and I really love the culture there in the aspect of like community. I think that America is a very like individualist like society, but whenever I'm with other Hispanics and like my family that's Mexican, like it's just such a connecting experience, and I really love that we can always talk and communicate and just be there for each other no matter what. A favorite memory is, it was my cousin's quinceañera and my little sister and I, we dressed up in big fancy ball gowns. We even had little tiaras, and we partied the night away, of course, even though I was only like 7. And my dad, I cannot dance, but my dad, he was having his little rhythm moment, you know, and he just let me stand on his feet while he danced, and that was kind of like my first time ever dancing like that, and it was really fun. Okay, so celebrating my culture now, I previously haven't had a lot of experience partaking in a lot of the activities and celebrations and such, so I really have been educating myself on like festivals and such of that nature, but also Indigenous culture has been a new thing that I've been really interested in, and it helps me feel more connected to my culture. I thankfully have a friend that practices like the Lakota beliefs, and I was invited to attend some of the ceremonies, and I really enjoyed it, and I felt very connected, even though it might have been slightly different than possibly like the the previous indigenous people of Mexico, but it gave that same sense of community and just like openness and acceptance that I really didn't know I was missing, and I really enjoyed that. So I think one of the greatest challenges would be the immigration process. Personally, my father, he came to the United States as an immigrant, and he took the test. My parents got married, I had a family. Growing up, like my parents sponsored many of my family members to become United States citizens, and I didn't really realize how tedious of a process it was until a couple years ago even actually. My favorite like aunt, she didn't get a letter back until like 2 years ago, and they applied before I was born. So like this process is not simple, it's not easy, and I think people should give a little bit more sympathy and just kind of be aware of that. Not to mention the test itself. A lot of Americans can't even answer those questions. I know that I couldn't. Latinos are not just Mexicans. A lot of people just assume that because Mexico is the closest country to the United States border. Also, not everyone's trying to come to America, but I just really feel like a prominent stereotype is that like all Spanish-speaking people or Latinos are from Mexico, and that's not true. There's a variety of cultures, and it's important to be able to recognize all of them.